Thank you for joining today's webinar hosted by NJCAR entitled Everything You Need to Know About the NJMVC Dealer License Renewal Process. Your presenter today is Mark McAleer, NJCAR Field Services Coordinator. As you may already know, the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission is mailing dealer license renewal applications to every car dealer in New Jersey. Those applications must be completed and submitted back to the MVC by March 1st in order to be renewed by the current license expiration date of March 31st. Mark, as well as NJCAR's Judy McGinley, has been assisting dealers with the renewal process for more than a decade. Thousands of renewals have passed through their hands. They've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. This short webinar was put together to go over the renewal process and highlight the most common mistakes. Now I'd like to turn things over to Mark for today's webinar.
Thank you, Brian. Hello, thank you for joining us. We have prepared this webinar to go over the renewal process step by step to help you complete your renewal application and get it right the first time. Follow along with us and your license renewal will be clean and easy. If you, like over 95% of our members, purchased your used vehicle surety or lemon law bond from NJCAR, you will soon be receiving a mailing from NJCAR. In that mailing will be your lemon law bond continuation certificate and the checklist that's currently on your screen. You can use this checklist when compiling your renewal registry application. On your screen now is the page 1 of the instructions that were included with the renewal application mailing you should have already received from the Motor Vehicle Commission. These instructions are self-explanatory. However, we've highlighted a couple of items that are often misunderstood or ignored. The first is that the applications must be signed by a listed owner, partner, member, officer, or director. As important as the controller or the general manager may be to the successful operation of your dealership, only a listed owner, partner, member, officer, or director may sign the application and related documents. Under item 4, we've highlighted the continuation certificate, which as previously mentioned will be mailed to all of the nearly 500 members who purchased their bonds from NJCAR. As mentioned in our mailing, the continuation certificate does not require a signature by anyone in the dealership, but must be included with the renewal. We've also highlighted the insurance certificate, usually an Accord Form number 25, which as mentioned on the next page, must indicate the number of plates being renewed by the dealer, either as a number of sets of 5 or the total number of plates, which must be a multiple of 5. Also required is the listing of the NJMVC Business Licensing Service Bureau or dealer unit, P.O. Box 170, Trenton, New Jersey 08666-0170 as the certificate holder. Both of those items are almost as common a mistake as what we highlighted in item 7, which is a dealer certification signature card. We'll be discussing that later in the presentation. This on the screen is the renewal application itself. It should be pre-printed with your company's corp code, dealer license number, and legal license name. While we've never seen an issue with that element, if these do not match what's on your current wall license, contact us immediately. All questions on the application must be answered. However, if as in question 1, if you've changed either your business name or your business address, contact either myself or Judy before submitting the renewal. Question 2 asks for a list of any and all addresses operating as a branch license off your primary. Include a separate page listing any branches operating under this license. Question 3 asks if any of the listed owners, partners, members, officers, or directors have been convicted of a crime. Usually a no, However, if the answer is yes, you must attach an explanation on a separate piece of paper. Question 4 asks for your phone number, usually the main number of the dealership. Question 5 asks for your type of business entity. Corporations are treated differently than proprietorships, partnerships, and LLCs, so answering this question is important. Question 6 asks for any other business licenses issued by the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission, such as auto body sublet, IRF, and PIF, which are held by this licensed entity. Now, question 7 asks for a list of all owners, partners, members, officers, or directors, including their home addresses and driver license numbers. If any owner, partner, member, officer, or director resides outside of New Jersey and has an out-of-state driver's license, a photocopy of that license must be provided. The application then asks for the trade name or names under which the dealership operates and for an email address. This is one spot where the email of a controller or general manager could be entered instead of a listed owner, partner, member, officer, or director. The important thing is that that email address be responded to if contacted. The application must then be signed. The title of the person signing must be indicated and dated. If the business entity is anything but a corporation, no further signatures are necessary. If the business entity is a corporation, a certification of that signature is required by another listed owner, partner, member, officer, or director of the corporation. The same officer may not sign in both places, except in the case of a sole corporate officer. The next page here is the back of the first page of the renewal. You'd be surprised at the number of people who don't turn the paper over. This page will be pre-printed with the dealer plate series issued to your dealership and a number of sets issued. Unless you have done something with the Motor Vehicle Commission to change this number, like purchased or additional sets or surrendered sets of plates too recently to be reflected here, multiply the number of sets listed by $257.50 and write that number in the right-hand column. Complete that calculation for any series listed on the form, then carry that total to the bottom of the form. Add the $100 license fee, and this number is the amount for which a check should be written payable to the NJMVC and included with the renewal. The next page is a sample of the Lemon Law Bond Continuation Certificate that NJ Car will have mailed to your dealership if you purchased your bond from NJ Car. If you did not purchase your bond from NJ Car, include either the bond or continuation certificate from the other vendor. Make sure that the effective dates match the term of the renewed license. Our next page is an example of the most commonly used certificate of liability insurance, the Accord 25, that details the insurance coverage on your dealership. Your agent may use a different form, however, it must detail the following coverage. At a minimum, you must have coverage of $100,000 per person per incident, up to $250,000 per incident for bodily injury or death, $25,000 per incident for property damage, and a $250,000 combined personal injury and property damage per incident. Make sure that the dealer name and address match the name and address on the renewal application. Make sure the effective dates of the coverage are current. An expiration date before March 31st, 2017 is not acceptable. You may have to work with your agent to provide a certificate that extends coverage into May. If your policy expires in April 2017, include a note in the renewal detailing your plans to renew once the policy has expired. You will need to provide a copy of the renewed certificate once available. Make sure the certificate details the number of or the number of sets of dealer plates covered under the policy. This should match the number on page 2 of the renewal application. If your dealership operates branch licenses, the addresses of those dealerships should be listed here as well. And finally, the certificate holder must be listed as New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission and either dealer licensing or business licensing unit, P.O. Box 170, Trenton, New Jersey 08666. The next page here is the child support certification form, which must be completed by all listed owners, partners, members, officers, or directors. Include the company name, the name of that owner, partner, member, officer, or director, the date of birth, and social security number. Check the appropriate boxes, sign, and date the form. All owners, partners, members, officers, or directors must complete and sign a child support certification form. Then, our next page is the dealer business hours form. Complete and sign. And even though the Motor Vehicle Commission instructions state you must only do so if open less than 48 hours per week, many renewal applications have been rejected or delayed due to this form being omitted from the renewal. Better safe than sorry. Check it off and have it signed. Our next page is a new form this year. It's the Dealer Certification New Franchise Agreement form. Back in 2014, you may remember, the new NVC regulations required all new car dealers to submit copies of their franchise agreements. If you have not added any franchises to your dealership since that time, enter the license name and number, check the first box, sign and date the form, and include it with your renewal, and you're done. However, if you have added franchises since that time and you have not yet submitted a copy of any new franchise agreements, check the second box and submit a copy of any new franchise agreement with the renewal application. The last 2 pages we've included here excuse me, are the dealer certification and signature card. Anyone authorized to execute motor vehicle documents for your dealerships must be listed on a dealer certification signature card. It's also important to note that at least one of your signatories must be a listed owner, partner, member, officer, or director. Each signatory must complete the form, including the New Jersey driver's license number, home address, and telephone number, then sign. Then, each signatory must identify their position within the company, either as a partner, officer, director, employee, or one holding other controlling interest. Identify themselves as a signatory of the license entity and sign a second time. Any signatory residing and licensed in a state other than New Jersey must provide either a color photo or a clear color copy of their out-of-state driver's license. The final page of this presentation of the application is meant to remind you that anyone who can issue e-temps for your dealerships must also be listed on your dealer certification signature card. Again, each listed individual must complete their personal information, sign, then certify their position within the company, and that they have not been convicted of a crime arising out of fraud or misrepresentation, nor have they held a license which was revoked by the Motor Vehicle Commission Chief Administrator. Any signature residing and licensed in a state other than New Jersey must provide a color photo or a clear color copy of their out-of-state driver's license. To recap, Verify the information on the renewal form. Answer every question. List all owners, partners, members, officers, and directors. If a corporation, the renewal application must be signed twice and not by the same person except in the case of a sole corporate officer. LLCs, sole proprietorships, and partnerships sign once. Check the math on your plate calculation. Include the lemon law bond or continuation certificate. Verify addresses, dates, number of dealer plates, and certificate holder on your insurance certificate. Include a child support certification form for all listed owners, partners, members, officers, and directors. Complete and sign the business hours form. Complete and sign the franchise certification form and include a copy of any new franchise agreements. Complete a dealer certification signature card for any individual who signs motor vehicle documents or issues e-temps on behalf of the dealership, including at least one listed owner, partner, member, officer, and director, making sure that each signatory signs twice and the listed owner, partner, member, officer, or director signs the bottom of the form. When in doubt, call Mark, me, at 609-403-7574 or Judy at 609-403-7577. That's it. Depending on the number of owners, partners, members, officers, or directors you have, and depending on how many signatories you have, the renewal can be completed in as few as 8 pieces of paper, including the check. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mark. We hope everyone found today's webinar informative and worthwhile. If you have any additional questions, we definitely encourage you to contact Mark or Judy at the phone numbers that you see on the last slide here, or you can reach them via email. Mark is at mmcaleer@njcar.org, and likewise Judy McGinley is at jmcginley@njcar.org. Finally, I do encourage everyone to regularly check the NJCar Academy webpage on the Coalition's website for a complete list of all upcoming live and online training opportunities. Thank you again, and this concludes our webinar.